should enjoy the fruits of life instead of chasing coins. Because it's a beautiful day. Isn't it all? So come on, let's play. Forget the rush, you're in and find a good spot. Sit down and join us as we sing a good song. Keep back, relax, and just follow along. Oh, we got plenty of time. Begin it easy, won't cost you a dime. Throw another log onto the fire. Because it's a beautiful day. And come on, let's play.
Good morning, good morning. Hello, everybody. Good morning, happy Wednesday. It is the middle of the week, and it is March. Happy March, happy March. All right. Where is everybody? Good morning, Kathy Hand. Good morning to our Hope. Hello. Okay, so I don't know who all's here. I'm going to see the two of you, but let's go into our hearts. Good morning, Ricky and Josie. All right, let's do the morning heart connection. So the heart to the brain. Slow down your breathing. Take that pause just for yourself. The beautiful being that is you. And then add in love. There's so much love here for all of you. Just feel it. It's a morning cup of heart. I think that's what we should call this, the morning cup of heart, when we do this heart-brain connection. Good morning, Auntie Jean. Good morning, Suzanne. How's everybody doing today? Let's do a check-in. It's a wow Wednesday. Is it a wow where you are? I know there's a lot going on with the weather, but it doesn't matter, because what matters is what's in here, inside, in that cup of heart of yours. All right, so let me get to the blog and y'all check in. Let me know how you're doing. Type it right in the comments. And the message is trust fall. And I don't know how to say this name. I'll try my best. Nido Cabian, maybe. Your present circumstances don't determine where you can go. They merely determine where you start. And I love this thought. This is what the angels brought me to last night. It's so easy to feel stuck when we hit a wall in life. Things are not going the way we expect. Something comes up for us to deal with, and wham, into the wall we go. I was thinking about this tonight. I know we always have choices in life. When we hit the wall, there does not seem to be any choice but to stop. It paralyzes us, and the mind tells us we are powerless to move forward. So I asked, what is the best thing to do in this now moment? anytime we send our brain out on assignment to retrieve an answer, it goes to work, just like a Google search in our head to look for answers. Here is what my brain brought to me to ponder. Number one, what do you have control over in this now moment? Number two, have you considered all your options? Number three, is there a way around, over, or through the wall? Number four, did you forget to breathe? And number five, go back into your heart and get out of your head. Dear angels, in these moments when we reach a roadblock, we forget our magnificence. What can we do to get through life's struggles easier? Dear ones, it is your divine nature to be in flow. When you are not in alignment, you sensationalize the feelings of the human emotions. As you begin to remember who you are and the fact that you are in control of the response to the experiences, you see more clearly. You know that wall is not solid. You understand the importance of breathing and trusting. We invite you to do a trust fall and allow yourself to celebrate as you overcome anything that is unlike love. All the roadblocks and hurdles you have to face are only temporary. When you realize who you are, you will loosen up, breathe, and take in all day. I promise to do a trust fall. Ooh. You know, I've done a trust fall before. Anybody done a trust fall where you fall backwards and you're trusting that somebody behind you is going to catch you? They're not going to let you hit the floor. So I just want to see. Tell me a yes or no if you've done a trust fall before, because it's so interesting to do it. It's scary. You have to really, really believe that you're not going to hit the ground, that there is somebody that's going to hold you up. And we do that every day in life, don't we? We do a trust fall and trust that God's going to hold us up and not let us hit the ground and not hurt ourselves. No, you've never done it, Suzanne. Okay. It's a very, very powerful thing to do. I've done it in a group training before where I had to just release and fall backwards. And, you know, to me, it's right up there with standing out on a height with nothing to hold on to. It's very scary. And Jean Lorio, you've done it. Teachers have a lot of workshops. Yes, indeed. And I can see you doing it, Jean. I can see you definitely letting go and just watching spirit hold you up. Or in the case of when you're doing it in a workshop, it's somebody that's going to hold you up. Hannah, good morning from Kenya. Thank you for watching this morning. Jessie, good morning. Thank you for being here. Oh my goodness, I'm going to see what Kuan Yin has to say, but anybody else wants to answer and let me know if you've done trust falls. They're very interesting, and you know, some people can't do it. And this was what I found from my experience of doing it. There are some people that can't let go. They just have that fear that there's not going to be anybody there if they do fall backwards. So, you know, that says a lot too in our life when we're trusting spirit, are we able to let go? Are we able to say, okay, I trust you, God. I know you're not going to leave me hanging. You're not going to let me fall flat on my back and hit my head. Suzanne, you would definitely do it at a P retreat. Oh, maybe we should do it in Sedona, you guys. Look at that. I think that would be a great thing for us to do. Okay. One yen. What you got for us? Oversleeping a bit, so I haven't been able to chat with you. Let's see what our Kuan Yin has to say. And yeah, camp and trust in. It's an amazing experience that has always stayed with me. The trust factor was amazing. Yeah, I mean, there's just really something to it. You know, times we hold on to something so tightly that we should be letting go of. That's holding us down and not allowing that freedom. That's what it is. It's a freedom. When you let go and you say, I know somebody's going to hold me up and get hurt. And he's Annie 7, you've got a test this morning. All right, well, you're going to pass that test with ease and grace. Blue Jean, good morning to you. Blue's probably done a trust fall before. I can see her doing that. So yeah, so maybe that might be something for us to do. We'll see. And Suzanne, you do that right now in life. I think a lot of us do, Suzanne. But yeah, it's trust is such an interesting thing because we can think it, we can say it, I trust you. But boy, actually putting it into action, that's a whole new ballgame, isn't it? And Blue, you have sunshine on your front porch. I love that. We had sunshine yesterday, but boy, it was cold. I think it's supposed to be better today. It's already 51, but it's cold. I'm cold in 50-degree weather. It's tough being a Floridian. You know, it really is. And Leo, I'll do a trust fund. Oh, Leo. You know, Jesus. Oops, it's 20 degrees. Cold porch, sitting in the sunshine. Do you have birdies? They fly around without their little faces freezing. Sally says we hit 55. Hey, and I'll probably start roasting as the heat is still on. It's supposed to get to 70 here today. Maybe I should go wash my car. I don't know. Every time I wash my car, it snows again. Okay, here's a question for you people that are in the cold where it snows a lot. Why does the snow leave your car so dirty when it melts? My car looks like I've driven in the desert for 100 years. It just, I don't like that, but I don't understand it. It's snow. Why is it so dirty and nasty when it melts? And Blue says it's the crows are back downstairs in the laundry room, and it's Blue says due to them sanding the road. Yeah, it snowed, but yeah, more snowstorms coming, and I am over this. I'm ready for the springtime. I'm ready for sunshine and flowers. Suzanne, you have a chatty cardinal about 5 a.m. Is it my way? Kiss, good morning. And Hope says Dee Dee needs to confess. She keeps getting stuck down there. We are going to hear that backstory, Deirdre. Sally says, the Black Crows are one of my favorite groups. Yeah, I really do like them. I like the ones that are so black or so blue. They're like a deep, 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 deep blue, but they look black. And that's how the magpies are. Have y'all ever seen a magpie? I had not seen one until I think it was 2 years ago when Ruth took me up to the mountains. We spent a couple of days up in the mountains on top of a snow mountain. And I saw these birds and they were beautiful. And I'm like, what the heck is that bird? I've never seen a bird like that before. And I asked Ruth, what is that bird I was talking about? And then she saw it and she goes, oh, it's a magpie. I was a bird, but it is. So it came closer, or one of them came closer to where I was, and I saw it up close and personal. And they're not black and white, they're this deep blue. And it really does look black when you see them in the distance. It's so dark. But up close, they are a magnificent looking bird. People here don't like them. There are a bunch of them. They're like everywhere out in Colorado. But I just love them. I love their energy. Okay, so me too. I don't know what me too is referring to, and mine too. Okay. Blue, you've seen the magpies? Oh, yes, you've seen them, Sally. The multicolor, it's absolutely gorgeous. They are one of the most beautiful birds I've ever seen. And they do make a noise, so I guess that's one of the reasons why people don't like them. There's a lot of them and they're noisy. And because they're everywhere. All right, Huan Yan. Be bold. If we have been taught to always settle for less than what we dream of, we may wonder if living a boldly optimistic life is unrealistic. But you are an adventurer, a divine explorer on the wild path of life. Yep. You've been created with those bold dreams in your heart, and you are meant to fulfill them with the loving encouragement and support of life. Be bold. Wow, that's our message this morning, to be bold. And that's what it means when you do a trust fall, isn't it? When you trust enough that somebody's got your back. And in life, we do this every day. Every day we trust that others have our back, that they're not going to let us fall down. Good morning, Oksana. Happy Wednesday to you. Oh, shoot, it is Wednesday. Okay, it's prayer day today, and we've got a prayer list to get to. So I need to quit lollygagging and get to it, Donna. And Oksana says, I want to celebrate us. I've done good. I came far. I am amazing. I've got it. I've done it. I am brilliant. Absolutely. Oh, Oksana, that's so beautiful. And, speaking of trust falls, I do a meditation with Ruth every Wednesday called the Meditation Excavation. And we both speak out loud what we are seeing when we go into meditation together. And it's a trust that we're going to see something, and that the person I'm meditating with is seeing what I'm seeing or similar. Well, Ruth is on her way to Boston. She's flying out this morning on an airplane. So I am trusting that Spirit is going to work with me and with Sharon, who has agreed to do the meditation with me this morning. So we're going to do meditation excavation. at your 10 o'clock Eastern time. And we'll see what Spirit does. And I'm just going to fall back and allow Spirit to work. So I'm doing a trust fall myself at 10 o'clock this morning. Thank you, Julie Kiss. Prayers for all in need. And Auntie Jean, I think none of us would be here if we weren't bold and trusting. We're going to be caught in loving arms. We absolutely are, Auntie Jean. All right. So I'm going to pull up the prayer list. But first, I opened up the book. I opened it to page 47. So give me a number between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, between 1 and 7, and I'll read a message as I'm getting ready to do the prayer list. Between 1 and 7. Okay, between 1 and 7, I see number 3. So the third message on page 47 is the signs your loved ones send many times do include something miraculous, and other times are very mundane and common. We've been getting a lot of signs from our loved ones right now because this is a huge time for us. There's so much going on. Anybody get special messages from your loved ones recently? I think they're really trying to help us through what's going on right now in our world and on our planet especially. We have a lot of stuff happening and a lot of weird weather, a lot of these solar storms that are affecting us in a big way. Did anybody get to see the colors in the sky? I saw that there was the aurora that you could see almost everywhere with that solar storm that hit. I think that's amazing. I didn't see it myself, but I would love to see that. Sally, prayers for all, but special prayers for those who are saying their goodbyes to loved ones. Yeah, it's tough. It really is. All right, so let's get to the prayers. Our Peapod prayer list for all the P's for peace and for peace on earth and attention to human trafficking. Oh, you didn't get to see it because it was cloudy. It's been cloudy here too, really cloudy. And they're getting a huge storm in here in the northern part of the state. All right, so on our prayer list, remember, we're praying for all of these people, and every one of them have been entrusted to us. Joanne, sometimes you get a random flower scent in your car. There are no scents in my car, so I feel a loved one is reaching out to me. That's one of the ways they do, Joanne, is through scent and through also like coins and feathers. There's just so many ways that they show us that they're there. Okay, we're praying for Prachetta, for Cheer and Goopy, Aunt Mina and Neil, Navriti, Jasmine and her daughters and her mom, Abha, Billy and Tim Hawkins and their son Brian, Sheila and Kevin, Gary, Donnie, David, Kevin and Holly, Loretta and Cecil and their family, Joanne Castrillo, husband John and daughter Jackie, who I'm so proud of right now. Let's keep her lifted up. And her grandson Eris. I hope Eris is doing well and kicking that cold that he had. Deirdre and your daughter Dania and Pat, Deirdre's sister Steph and husband Bob, Adriel, Joni and Viola, Tia Fernetti, Mickey, Suzanne and her family, especially her daughters Jillian and Jackie, and her granddaughter and sister, Marietta and Ed, and good girl Pearl, and Mr. Wiggles, and getting ready to head out on their boat, Sweet Dreams. They're hoping for this weekend to set sail. Raquel and Claude's family, Leo, Harley and family, Lakshmi, Ken, Debbie, Jim and son, Ryan, Rick and Josie, Tom and Mary, Tammy, Meg and Jim Lorio, Jean and Ron Lorio, Christina and Carrie Leftwich and family, Mary Lou Burdick and her family, Catherine and Michael Kovacs, all your family and fur babies, Rosalind Good Vibes, Dali and Tony De La Rosa and Rose De La Rosa, Kathy and Bob Hand and family, especially her son Colin, daughter Marlena, Bo and Candy Hand, Michael, Patty, Sonia, Paul and Marlene, Joe and his wife, Pat Moss and all of your family, Becky LaFave and your son Travis, Erica Hoppy and family, Corinne, Tyler Pillins and his family, Hope Wellington Marshall and Zena, and Hope's parents, Winston and Cynthia, Trey Horn, Andrea Gregg, Catherine, Eric, John, Tatiana, Annie Seven, Grayson and Adam, Cassandra and Destiny Ortega, Luz Orsini and grandkids, Christine Lewis, Gail and Nick Zimmerman, Jennifer and Michael Langren, Oksana and her mom, and all of her family and her son and his teacher, Caitlin and Aunt Gail, Isabel and Paul Reese and their daughters, Beata and her daughter Juliana, Linda and Dick Lemieux and all of her family, Linda's friend in Sarasota, Stacy and Josh Lord and their children and grandchildren and Stacy's mom, Mary Lord, Buster, Wayne, Blue Jean and Dave and all the fur babies, Dolly the horse and Chance the horse, Pam Moore, Lindsay, Aunt Inga, Rose Sermon, Gary McCorkle, Brookie and her family, Dylan and sweet baby Maxwell, getting ready to get here and make his appearance. The Girardis, Jeanette and Ernie, Sean, Lillian and her family in Norway, Kathleen Caputo, Iris, baby Wyatt and his mom Katie, baby Haven and his mom Mandy, baby Skylar, Kat, Steve, Cindy and Pastor Bruce, the Deerfield Valley in Vermont, Captain Corey and his mom Pixie, Alba, Dottie and Don, Grace Isis and all of her family in Kenya, Raymond, Darren Walker, Arthur Thompson, Karen Palmer and her family, Vicki King, Elaine Armstrong, Elena, Marianne, Henrik and Lorraine, Tammy Fisk and your daughter and your sister, and we're still celebrating that you got that job, Tammy. That's awesome. Lori, Kelly, Rochelle Martinez and her mom Rose, Stephen, Catherine, Ruth Anderson and her family. Ruth's on the plane right now, and her sister-in-law Sharon, who is not doing well. Let's keep her lifted up. Diane Bertut, her cancer is spreading, so let's please lift her up. Jeannie and her sister Merle, the area of Boulder, Colorado, Deb Goldberg and her family, Michelle, Crystal and Dean Nobles and her son and her sons and their dog, Laura Hill, Julia Osborne, Sharon Rhea and her family. Please lift Sharon up. Such a beautiful soul. I'm really enjoying her. Jerry Gatewood and her family, Anaya Hummingbird, Tammy Hill, Bill B., Lynn Gallagher, Mary Wilderman and her father, Mary Quintoli and her friends in Florida, Irene and Eduardo, Eddie Quills, Jose, Michael Murdoch, Jessica, Fidel, Camilla and Nick in Australia, Lynn Andriozzi, Frank, Albie, Viola, Kenneth, Bobby, Mansi, Kamal, Maddie, Akil and the Pakistan orphans, Yuri, Scott, Letitia, Mary, Joseph, James, Drake, Alicia Burns, Tom Dite, Kimberly, Ellen, Susie Koch and Richard, Terry Gilstad, Chiara, Marissa, Allie, Bree, Claudia, Mary Ann Pish and family, Cassandra and Danny Gary, Lenny, Rick Olfit. Rick's out of the hospital, you guys. You know, he was in for months waiting for a kidney or a heart transplant. And now he's home. He doesn't have the transplant, but he is home and he's doing a little bit better. John Thaddeus Fiore and John asked for prayers for himself yesterday. Kuka Carney and her family, Bob Simon and Sherry Otis, Sharon Boyle and Zoe, Carol Fisher, Deborah, Violet, Walter, Brookie's Aunt Jeannie, Shelley, Sue and grandchildren, Carrie's niece Laura, Maggie's mom, Freddie. Let's see, Kathleen says, sorry I'm late. Love and gratitude to all P's. Please say extra prayers for Wyatt's family. The docs told his mom that he will never be able to grow up. Immediately thought of Corey and his family. I promised Katie, no matter what God's plan is, we'll be there to hold her and her family up. We most certainly will. Thank you, Kathleen. Okay, we have Bradley Capone, Andy, Amanda Summer, Robert Dosa, Miles and Sarah, Debbie Carol Hawks, Carl, Brutus the dog, Augie the dog, Chris Blake, Dante, Jerry, Haley, Trevor Jordan, Richard Weber, Charlotte Abrahams, Michelle Landers and family, Joanne Maton New, Whitney, Jude Dalton, Karen Gibbons and daughter, Matt, the James Schultz family, Julie Kiss's mom, Cynthia, and Julie, and praying for you guys going through that storm that's coming in. Courtney, Lucinda, Ryan, Pat, Sophia, Aaron Parker, Angelica Tompamans, Sunny and Hunter Floor, Peggy, Claire, Carrie Klingon Butcher and her family who just lost her mom, Brian Hughes, Pat O'Connor, Zoe Charles, Erica Fagels, Yolanda, Sylvie Barnes, Robin Waters Dykes and her mom Jewel, Joey, Joanne and Leo, Sam, Matt, Charles and Nita, Yusha, Nancy Berdelsky, EC, Shelley and Terry Newman, Iris, Jen and Norm, Keith, Joe H, Ollie the Cat, Marisol Soto, Deborah, Tyler, Chad Ehlers and his daughter, Dick Waters, Milton Carbajal, Sharon, Tomas Diaz, Cameron, Boris Softman, Jacqueline Carbajal, and David Reiger, Alan and Alicia, which is Michelle Lander's family, Sylvie Barnes, Odd, Gunn, Ellen Sundahl, Beta Hammond, Maria Mitchinson, Higman Simpson, Sam, Suzanne's dog, the super dog, Lisa Jo Davis, Jordan, Lydia Benedita, Rebecca Seward Rickardson, the area of Turkey and Syria hit by back-to-back earthquakes. Matt, Angelique, Juliette Herman, Paula Graca, David Brett, who lost both his mother and father in the last couple of months, the Rowland family, Colleen, Dellen Hickson, C. Megan Michaels family, Richard Barnes, Cole Grayson, Jay Briscoe's family and friends, Julie Kiss's Uncle Freddie, Robert Wallington, which is Sally's son-in-law that we've been praying for, and his sons, Ben and Joe, JT, John Thomas, Francis Nalvin, Shanna, Danielle Riveron and her family, Annie's Aunt Carol, Andrea's Aunt Esther Ann, Chris and Natika, Hagan and Wyatt Linder, Barbara Kaufman McGillicuddy. And if you have any others to add to the list, just put them in there. And let's say this prayer for all the prayers, everyone we're lifting up, whether they're on that list or in our hearts. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. And where there is sadness, joy. So let's just envision all of these prayers going up, up, up to a higher plane, as Marietta says, and being seen, acknowledged, and answered by our Creator. And just love, send love to everyone that we mentioned today, everyone you're holding in your heart. Kuan Yin says, love is the energy that heals. So send that love to everyone that we know that's struggling, going through a challenge, all the places where there are things happening. And let's send it way down into, deep into Mother Gaia and ask her to bring that love back up into the world. And speaking of love, that's what we do here. 3, 2, 1, we all say it to each other. Thank you. I love you. Thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for loving each other and for being that family that prays together and that family that just shares love. Marietta says, up, 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 everyone rises together. And we are grateful. We certainly are. And Charlie's asking for special prayers for Erica having a procedure today. So she's on our list, so we'll lift her up even higher for a blessing that it will go with ease and grace. Okay, so what are we asking for? Oh, Brookie's address. We need to do a virtual baby shower for Brookie. Y'all want to do that? We'll get together on Zoom and let's schedule it. Somebody help me with scheduling that so we can all welcome our baby Max into the world and get our Brookie some beautiful little things from Maxwell. All right, so it's time for our Leo, for the doggies to dance and for us to get out of here, because I'll be back on in less than an hour. Sharon and I will do meditation excavation together. All right, here's our Leos.
Good morning, Earthlings. It's time to get up and get ready, because today is the perfect day to have a great day. Here we go, come on, come on. Come on, let's play, it's a beautiful day. If you woke up this morning, might as well be part of it. One on peaceful peace, on our mission for harmony. You and me, mama, be on the lead, wherever we up there. We create a portal where we can be together. The heart telephone is always one phone call away. Calling on the guys, the angels, and the masters. Take a deep breath, we're going into a new dimension. Morning cup full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Full of joy, full of light, full of love. Bottomless refuse, spilling out from the top. Here, the coffee's always hot and the trust is always yours. The sun is calling out to play, let's put on a show. Today's a new day, we all part of this game. Let's play to win. Love always is the winning team. And you can side with us, there is always more space in the pot for more love. Take a spot to get the day started. Morning cup of full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup of full of joy with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup of full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup of full of joy with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup of joy. Give me a cup of love. Give me a cup of joy. Give me a cup of love. Give me a cup of joy. Give me a cup of love. Give me a cup of joy. Give me a cup of love. There really is no secret. We simply accept, align, allow. AAA, morning cup of full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup of full of joy with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup of full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup of full of joy with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup of joy. Cup of joy.
Ooh, thank you, Leo. And thank you, everyone. I love you so much. Stay in your heart, stay blessed, and just love each other. I will see you later. Namaste, y'all. Bye, everybody.